Hi all, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we would be simplifying the process of understanding Salesforce integration. So I would be taking a very simple example so that it would be easy for all of us to be at the same place. Let's suppose we would be working in here with only Salesforce orgs only. So let's suppose we have two Salesforce org. We have org A and we have org B, right? Now what we want to do is we want to get the data of org B. So what our step is, first of all, get data of org B. Okay, and let's suppose we need to just process that data, right? So since we need to get the data of org B, so our org B becomes the target org, right? Since this data is to be fetched in org A, so this becomes our source org, right? Because from here we want the data from B to A, correct? So A would request data from B, right? And then B would give request that data back to A. So in order to get data, simply we need to create a REST resource class. Okay, because this REST resource class would expose our methods, right? It has methods like @http, get, or post, or delete, right, as per our business needs. Now our step 1 has been completed, that is we have created a REST resource class. Now what we want is that both these org should be able to communicate. Now in order to communicate we need to set up a mechanism. That mechanism is called as a connected app. Okay, this connected app you have to create in org B so that it can communicate with your org A. Understood? In this connected app you would provide the baseline things, that what is your OAuth scopes and the access levels, refresh token levels, right, all those related things. Now we had just set up our bare minimum things in our orgs. Now in order to get data from org B, we also need to perform a set of steps in our org A. So in our org A, what we would be doing is we want to have a named credential, right? So named credential is a way to store username and password, token, endpoint URLs in a secure way, right? Now in order to create a named credential you need to have a auth provider. This is a prerequisite for this named credential when you are working with these. So this auth provider, what it requires at a high level, it would require a client ID and the client secret. What is this client ID and client secret? If you know about the connected app, we have something called the manage connected app, where we can see the consumer details, that is the client ID and the client secret. This client ID maps to the client ID in the auth provider and the client secret in the client secret of the auth provider. Once this is done, this auth provider, what it would give you, it would give you a callback URL. Okay, when you would set up in the connected app for the first time, you would set a callback URL as any URL for that matter, because you need to change that URL at a later stage of time. But once you give the client ID and client secret to the auth provider, it generates a callback URL. This callback URL we have to put in the connected app's callback URL, right? So this is from auth provider of A. Okay, I hope I am making sense, because I am trying to simplify as easy as possible. So if you have any doubts in this video also, you can ping me. I would try to make a very more simplified or less fuzzy approach. So okay, so this callback URL you would put in from the auth provider of A. Now one thing to remember is sometimes you get some errors, that URI mismatch error, right? This is the kind of error that generally most of the people get. Now what they are doing is the URL that of the auth provider, URL of auth provider is not matching with the URL of your name connected app. Okay, that's why you get a URI mismatch error, and most people get confused in here. Okay, once your auth provider and all those things is set up in the named credential, when you set up the named credential, you provide the login URL for that particular site, whether it is a sandbox or it is a production in environment, right? Then it upon saving the named credential, you would be redirected to the target org where you have set up the client connected app and the REST resource, all those things. You need to log in there and authorize this named credential. Once done, you can directly just utilize your named credential from your Apex, and you can get the data in here. I hope I was able to simplify this integration process in very layman terms, but if you guys have any doubts in these, you can let me know so that we can reiterate on all of this.